Vlogmas. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Brittany Collins, aka Naturally Pretty. I am here with another video. If you are new here, hi, how are you? My name is Brittany. If you're a current subscriber, then hey friend, you already know what it is. So in today's video, I'll be addressing a comment that I got on my last video, which if you haven't seen, go ahead and check it here on how to retain length. It asks the great question of, how do you listen to your hair? Now that's something that I say a lot in my videos, especially when it comes to like growing hair, retaining length, anything around healthy natural hair. I always say listen to your hair because it's so important because everyone's hair is different. If you're on a journey and you're trying to grow your hair, you gotta know what your hair needs to get anywhere with that. So this is going to be a dedicated video on just how to listen to your hair. I have 4 tips that I want to share with you guys on how you can listen to your hair and just kind of signs to look out for and what those signs mean. Number 1 tip is the behavior, the actual behavior of your hair, curl pattern. If your hair is getting super matted, then you know that you might need to revisit your moisturizing process, your hydration process. Why is it getting matted? What kind of styles are you wearing? You want to be mindful of the hairstyles, right? So if you're styling your hair in wash and goes and you notice that when you do wash and goes, your hair doesn't come out the way it's supposed to, or when it's time for wash day, it's a freaking nightmare, then you might want to stay away from those, okay? If you realize my hair thrives when it's straight, my hair thrives when it's in a braid out, keep doing those things. You don't have to switch it up and do all the different hairstyles that you see on Pinterest or on TikTok. Like, do what's good for your hair. You can make multiple hairstyles out of a braid out. You don't have to do twist outs. You don't have to do wash and goes to get the perfect curl. When your hair looks like it's kind of like limped over, it might need some protein, right? Something's not working. You're like, why are you behaving this way? It can resent different things. Literally, what does it look like? What does it feel like? How is your hair reacting to what you're doing to it? Number 2 is your strand health. So this can be viewed a couple of different ways as well, which all of these tips really work collectively. I just think it's easier to have the conversation if it's broken down. So is your hair snapping and breaking whenever you touch it? Like your little strand, if you tug on it, is it gonna break in half? If so, your hair might have too much protein in it, okay? If you pull on it and it just keeps going and going, it has too much elasticity. So that might be too much moisture. You might need a protein treatment for that. I have suffered from protein overload and moisture overload. So I've had to deal with the snapping part where it's like, oh, my hair is literally falling out. Like, what is happening right now? So when that goes on, it's like, okay, I'm going to pump nothing but hydrating products. I might have to look at the back of my ingredients and make sure that it doesn't have any protein in it in any shape or form, like literally down to the products. Like, don't use any protein whatsoever. I might even have to blow dry my hair to kind of break the bonds. At least that's the way it works in my head. If it's too gummy, I will literally just put my hair up and I will use products with protein in it. Number 3 is shedding and breakage. Don't be afraid to try to catch all of your hair, collect it every wash day, right? Ball it up, put it in your hand and take a picture. I had to do that because I thought I was losing so much hair. Every time I'm freaking out, right? Mind you, I wash my hair once a week, sometimes twice a week. And I'm freaking out like, why am I losing so much hair? When really it was normal, completely normal for my hair. Hold on, not my bandana sliding, girl, don't do that. I started to notice like, wow, okay, you naturally lose a good amount of hair. And I also was able to catch myself when I was like, wait, this brush is pulling my hair out. Because I know I took a picture last week and it did not have that much. And I didn't even do a wash and go. I did something where my hair was stretched. If your hair is stretched, chances are you might not lose as much hair compared to when you're doing a wash and go. When you're doing a wash and go, your hair can kind of get tangled around each other. You know, curls like to tango a lot of times. And so when you have to detangle that, it's very possible you're gonna lose more hair. But don't be afraid to take a picture to document that shedding. I also wanna know the difference between breakage and shedding. I think I mentioned this in the last video, but breakage is going to be little pieces, okay? It's gonna be like, if I just took this and just ripped it off right here down to the bottom, it's like, ooh, hold on now. That's not shedding. It's not coming from the root of your hair. It's not coming from your scalp. It's literally breaking off. So you want to be mindful of that. If you're seeing a lot of pieces, and I'm speaking from my own experience, like when you have those little pieces everywhere, it is not a good sign. I be combing my hair, and if a piece comes out, I will literally detangle that whole piece and say, let me see what's going on in here. Because if you're a whole bunch of little pieces, that's a problem. I don't rip my hair out. Something's not right, you know? But if I'm pulling it out, it's like, oh, 3 long pieces, they just got knotted up. I can deal with that. I know I'm still on the right track. Number 4, the last tip is gonna be the feeling of your hair. Literally, get in there. Feel it. You can feel if your hair is super, super dry. You can feel if your hair is hydrated. Use your senses here, okay? Your hair, feel your hair. When you're massaging your scalp, feel it. Sometimes I don't even know what products I'm going to use for the style that I want to do until I'm in the shower. I will literally start shampooing my hair, and what it feels like after the shampoo is where I judge it. Is my hair dry? Does it feel like it needs X, Y, and Z? Does it feel like it needs extra protein? Does it feel like it needs some moisture? Does it feel like I need to use the LCO method, the LOC method, or do I need to use the L for the liquid that's already on my hair? Is water enough? Do I need to just go in with the cream? Does my hair not need too much? Really focus on the feeling of your hair. And when your hair looks good, right? When your hair looks good, feel it. And you're like, oh, okay, it feels like X, Y, and Z, and track it. That is all the tips that I have for how you listen to your hair. If you have any questions or any additional tips, go ahead and leave it down in the comments. And if this video was helpful to you, go ahead and leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.